Hello Silhouetters, this is Anna and I have a tutorial for you today. I'm going to show you how to take a simple trace image and turn it into a layered cut file. So I'm starting with this Superman type logo, and this is just an image. It does not have any, you can see it's got a white background on it, it does not have any cut lines. So the first thing is choosing the right image, and I carefully chose an image that is solid black over all of the shape that I want to cut out, because solid black is the easiest thing to trace. Now I will do a follow-up video that shows you some tricks if you can't find the exact type of image that you need, but best case scenario, you have something solid black. I also noticed looking at this that this is all one piece. The S is completely connected inside of this other shape. So when I trace this and bring it out, it's going to be one piece. So I'm going to start by tracing. So I'm going to go to my tracing tool. You could do trace by color or something like that if you've got a more advanced version of Silhouette Studio. I'm just going to do regular trace like you can do with the free version. Select trace area and draw a rectangle around my image. It's going to give me a preview. With this particular image, I don't know how high resolution my image is. It's pretty big, but if it's not a very good image, you may need to turn up the threshold a little bit so it doesn't get the gray edges where it blurs the lines at the edges. Another thing that I usually like to do is turn down the scale a little bit, or even all the way. The reason I do that is because it smooths out jagged lines. So once you've got what looks right for you, go ahead and do trace, and it has finished the trace. I'm going to click and move this image out of the way, and there you see my cut files, and I'm going to fill that in with red. Whenever I trace an image or create a shape, I like to go ahead and fill it, and the reason is it makes it easier to work with. Transparent images, if I click here in the middle and try and move it around, I can't. I have to get right on the line. So it's always easier to have it filled in. So I've got this red shape. It's one piece, and I'm going to show you how to make both of these. They're both pretty quick. So usually the Superman logo will look like one of these. You've got a red shape on the outside with a yellow shape on the inside, or yellow filling in the gaps. And there are a few ways to do that. The easiest way, I think, is to make it layered. Let me ungroup this so you can see. So that there's a shape behind that's just solid yellow with nothing cut out. And it's the same shape as this outer line of the whole logo without any of the cutouts inside. So how I'm going to do that, I need to have two versions of this. I need to have one with the S, and then I need to have another version of it that does not have anything cut out inside this diamondy shape. So what I'm going to do, I am going to use Alt and click to make a copy. Now if I did Alt, click, and drag, it would drag a copy somewhere else, but I'm just going to do Alt, click right in place there, and what that does is create a copy right on top of my original. So I have two there. Then I'm going to select the one on top. What I need to do is get rid of these holes. Now, a compound path is a shape that has holes in it, or multiple shapes that are together as one path. So this is a shape with holes. I want to get rid of the holes. So I'm going to right click and do Release Compound Path. And what that has done, if I fill it in with a different color, you'll be able to see it better. That has taken that shape and separated the holes out from the rest of the shape. So those whole pieces are still there, but now there are separate shapes that are sitting on top. Now, right now, because I've just done Release Compound Path, everything is selected. I could go in and click off, select each of these items, and delete them to just keep the outside edge, but there's a quicker way to do it, so I want to make sure you know the quickest way. Right now, everything is selected. I'm going to hold down the Shift key on my keyboard, and I'm going to select this outer shape. And when I hold down Shift and click the outer shape, it unselects that outer shape while keeping all the little holes selected, which is what I want. And now I can hit delete on my keyboard, and all of those shapes disappear at one time. So I have my solid yellow piece that I needed. Now I need to send it to the back, so the red piece is in the front. So I'm going to right click, send to back, and I have made this shape here. So that's how you do that. Any kind of shape that has holes in it, you can keep a copy, make a copy of it, release compound path, delete all the little parts that represent the holes, and then you've got a solid shape to put behind. Now, how did I make this one that has the black outlines? Well, what do the black outlines remind you of in the silhouette world? Especially if I were to ungroup and get rid of this yellow piece. What does that look like? Does it remind you of an offset? That's what it is. It's an offset. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select just the red piece, and I am going to do offset. Select offset. That looks like a pretty good size to me. I'm not even going to adjust the size. Click apply. Go up here to the fill panel and fill it with black, and boom, I have my offset. And now I've got black outlines. When you put this together, let's say you cut this out of vinyl or paper, the red's going to go on the top, black in the middle, and yellow on the bottom. And that's how you do that. Thanks, guys. Bye.